Hiya, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris News.
We're not in Wonderland anymore, Alice.
Yeah, say that again.
We're not in Wonderland anymore, Alice.
A sense of pride.
I don't think you can hear anything we're saying, can you? Oh, no, you can't. Oh, my word. Right.
I can hear you.
Yeah, good. Okay, so it's all working. I
Can you
apologise.
hear me? You can hear me?
Hello. I'm just.
Oh, no, you're not coming through, but I am.
Yeah, I don't think I am.
Oh, right. Okay, so hi, everybody. Hello. Just bear with me a second. Lucy here.
I can talk. So, hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney pals, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris show. I walked through the door of 37 Disney Street 12 minutes ago to a rather concerned-looking Christopher saying we're having technical problems. We thought we'd solved them. It looks like those technical problems have continued. So, if you'll just bear with us a moment, there's some absolute technical wizardry going on right in front of us, and in a minute... The fairy godmother is going to wave her magic wand and technical issues shall be resolved.
Hello.
We only had 2 pieces of news. I don't know if you heard them. I'm going to repeat them again.
Yeah, do please repeat them.
So, what was the first one? We're not in Wonderland anymore, Alice. And a sense of pride. So that's all we're going to do.
Something really weird happened just as I was about to start. Everything was working like it should do, and then suddenly it wasn't. And I'm not quite sure what's caused it, but then just to make things even worse, it's just completely reset all 3 microphones onto one setting. I'm not going to go into the technical side of it all, but something weird's going on with my computer.
Is there a ghost in the machine?
There must be.
I think we're all right now, aren't we?
We seem to be all right, yeah. There's a lot of clipping going on, so if we're a bit distorted and stuff, I apologise. We're just going to have to live with it for today. Oh, what a nuisance.
Yeah, we're all right. We're good. We're good. Right.
Well, just before we go
Start
on...
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've done the news twice.
Lucy's knitting.
Well...
She's very casual. She's very casual.
I was going to talk about that. That's the next thing I was going to say before we go on to who's in the chat. I am crocheting at the moment, and it is not a granny square, and that's because Hugh and I have having quite an active time of it at home at the moment, and we've got some show and tells we want to tell you. So this is more for atmosphere. I'm creating atmosphere.
I think there's very much a the last day at work before your holiday vibe.
Yeah, that's great, guys. You enjoy that.
Except for Chris, who's still going to be working, and he's going to pick up all the stuff that we leave him in the lurch with.
Yeah, and I'm aching like hell today because I did a 10k this morning.
You did.
Ooh,
But it was a very hilly one. I got a new personal best, 55:14. 55 minutes 14 seconds for 10k.
Nice.
Which I'm quite pleased about. But I'm exhausted today. I'm really, really exhausted. So yeah, just bear with me. Yeah, I feel it.
Aww.
It's been a long day.
Do you know what you need?
What?
A drink.
Oh, do you know what? Can we please?
Yes.
Ole, it's showtime.
All together.
Your tiki cup in your tiki cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage, I'll drink it up from your tiki cup.
Technically, I'm not using a tiki cup. I'm using a
TB cup.
A bee cup. Yeah, it's Spike the Bee.
Spike the Bee.
Sipper from Disney World. Because, like I said, we're getting in the mood. Lucy doesn't have a cup.
No.
That's a shame.
That is a shame.
Lucy doesn't. What's your issue with tiki cups?
I don't like it's all mugs and cups that are opaque. I don't like opaque mugs because I always feel like they might not be fully clean. There might be something floating in them. I like to see what I'm drinking.
If only there was a transparent tiki tumbler from Dunelm that someone recommended on our Facebook group, which I will go back to and credit in just a moment. It's been cleaned. It's an early birthday present, Lucy.
Oh, thank
it's
you.
It's a £4.50 Dunelm glass
Look at that.
tiki tumbler.
Look at that. That's
You're in the
absolutely
gang now.
perfect.
And what we're going to be drinking this week, guys, is I've always wondered what this is like. I thought this was iced tea. It isn't, but there is sugar in it, though. I'll warn you. It's Arizona Mucho Mango Cowboy Cocktail.
Mucho mango.
Did I bring some of that once?
Did you bring some of this once?
Yeah.
Did you?
I don't know. I brought some. It might not have been this one.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
something
I
else.
brought the tea ones, didn't I?
Right.
Which is probably why you thought they were tea.
Not sponsored. So that's what we're drinking. What are you drinking?
Hashtag not
I need to find out who sent me this recommendation. If you're in the chat, though, let me know.
I remember seeing it and being like, ooh, we're going to do a trip to there. But you've beaten me to it,
Well,
Huey.
I walked to Wakefield yesterday just for that cup.
Oh,
I mean,
that's lovely,
yeah, but
ladies and gents.
I didn't have to walk, but I like to walk.
Can I just make a real apology to everybody about last week? When we started eating crisps and things, particularly on the Patreon show, the sound of it is absolutely awful. So if you're one of the people who listen to the Patreon show in particular, but to any of us at the time when we were eating crisps, the noise was atrocious, and I really apologise. There was some real horrible ASMR stuff going on there. So I'm very, very sorry. Do you want to talk to people in the chat?
Yes.
Who are they?
Please let me know in the chat who sent us the recommendation for that tiki tumbler, because I can't find it at the moment, and I want to know who it is. Make yourself known. Right, so today in the chat, first in the chat today, in our live chat, was me.
Well done.
I was first, and I just put first. Second was John. John says, "Hey everyone, hope everyone's good. New Alice BMX show looks as mad as we thought it was going to be. More on that soon."
It's
Yeah,
so
doesn't it?
French.
Kelfie23 says, "Hi all, looking at Florida 2025.
Ooh,
Nice.
very nice.
Joey says, "Hey everyone, looking forward to the show. Got a question for you that works with the Tiki Cup section.
Oh.
Which Disney or Pixar character do you think would make the best to go on a pub crawl with?"
Best to go on a pub crawl with.
Ooh, I think
These questions are getting more and more
Hades can
complicated.
hold his drink.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Kelfie says Mad Hatter would be fun, or Genie from Aladdin.
No, you don't want to get drunk with Mad Hatter. Can you imagine how tedious that evening would become?
Tedious.
It,
Tedious. Yeah,
very
people drink
good.
tea, don't they?
Huh. What Disney character eats a lot, or drinks a lot, or consumes a lot?
I think Baymax would be the best one, because like when you start to get a bit hungover and stuff, it'd make you better.
I am
Whatever's
not well. Or is it more like...
He's trying.
Hang on,
He's really
hang on.
trying.
His
Come on,
answer's
come on,
coming.
you got this.
Oh, Andrew Palmer's got it right. Gaston for the beer.
I am not well.
Yes, just like that.
No, it'd be braggadocious. The thing is with pub crawls is people get extremely tedious when they get drunk. So you've got to think who can kind of maintain an interesting personality. I think Maui would be fun.
Oh
Yeah, Maui would be
I can
fun,
imagine
actually.
having a...
And he'd be able to handle his drink as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
I can imagine doing some shots with Maui.
I reckon
Yeah.
he'd get them in as well.
Yeah, yeah. And then he'd say, "You're welcome."
Stitch would be a disaster.
Yeah, don't go on a pub crawl with Stitch.
He'd say, "You've had enough." He'd say, "I'll tell you when I've had enough."
You said Hades, but if you got around the flaming sambucas in, when everyone blew him out, you might blow his hair out, and then that'd be awful, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they would just put down on the whole thing.
And also, you'd lose him halfway through the night. You'd go back and he'd be arguing with the bouncers, wouldn't he?
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you know that, mate? And you're
Yeah,
like, just
without a
leave
doubt.
the bouncers alone.
I think I'd go drinking with Adult Flounder from Little Mermaid 2.
The one with the weird deep voice.
The one who's like, I almost remember him as if he's got like a stubble, like a 5 o'clock shadow. He hasn't, but I've heard he drinks like a fish.
Baby Herman, is it called from
Oh, yeah.
Roger Rabbit?
Oh, yeah.
These are
be a
good
good one to go
questions.
Yeah, he'd be like,
Joey would go with Lumia.
Toots. Yeah, hey, Toots. Hey, Toots, get us another couple of rounds. Hi to Jimmy, who waves a pink hand.
No.
The famous Jimmy Pink Hand. Emily says, 213 days for us. I've been missing the lives, sadly. Thank goodness for the podcasts. I read lives as like, human lives.
Yeah.
Ruth says, 1 week left for me, so excited. That's to Paris, I take it. But because we're in
Nelly.
Florida mode, I'm assuming everyone's going to be going to Florida. I bought a camera this week off someone from a Facebook Marketplace, and I said, we're going to Disney World week after next. And she said, I'm going next week!
Oh, we.
So I said, we might see you there. Laura says, hi everyone. Just back from our magical DLP trip. Now, Laura sent us a trip report, hasn't she, Chris?
She has indeed.
That's what I was going to ask, yes.
I almost missed Ed.
Don't miss
Don't
it.
miss Ed.
You cannot miss Ed, especially when he says this. What ho?
What ho?
What ho, Edward?
Hello to Andrew Palmer.
Toy toy.
And Nick. Hi, everyone. Just finished doing Jasmine's first village hall party with traditional games. It was Disney themed, and it was come dressed up as a Disney character, with myself being Woody, complete with Woody jacket and Stetson.
Nice.
That is a classic dad bound, isn't it?
Good work, Nick.
Woody.
Good
Very
work.
good.
Nice work, Nick. Hello to Jen, who says, hi, Disney friends, and she liked it so much, she said it again. Straight after. Hello to Thea, and Bonnie says, can't hear, and then, oh, good.
As in, oh, good, I can't hear.
Well,
Thanks, Bonnie.
She just hears through the ceiling.
And we've also got Lisa and Jen. Is that... Oh, Jen. Yes, it is a holiday haircut. I got it yesterday in Wakefield.
Thanks for noticing.
From a strange place that I popped into, and I thought, I'll go in here. It's just a barber's, but it was all very strange.
Speaking of barbers, I know it's not barbers, but she's called Barbara. Have you seen the Barbara's Rhubarb German song that's on TikTok?
No.
Oh, it's well worth.
I'm too old for
watching.
TikTok, apparently. I was told not to go on it by a younger person at work.
That sounds like a song
Yeah.
you could make and put on TikTok.
Oh,
Too
it
old
does,
for
doesn't it?
TikTok.
Did we say Joey said, I think I would go with Lumiere? Did we say this?
No, you didn't.
I said it, but
To drink with.
Say again.
Oh, he knows the stuff that's delicious.
Mm.
And I believe that's everyone.
Well, Lisa said she'd go with the genie for a drinking sesh, and I think that might be the winner. He would be a brilliant drunk.
Oh.
And I bet he could just kind of like wish himself so.
Here he comes with his genie impression again.
Can we just
Oh.
big up the youngest member of the 37 Disney Street crew, Bonnie Rain, who is listening in the chat. Bonnie has just done a big dance competition all weekend. She's done 6 solos over 2 days, and her aggregate mark, she won her age group trophy, so the highest aggregate mark for the 8 and 9 year olds, and she won the stage personality award.
Go on, Bonnie.
So big up Bonnie, big up Bonnie.
well done, Bonnie. That's awesome.
Yay.
Speaking of Bonnie, now, in the past when we've gone to Disneyland Paris or Disney World, we've taken bottles to refill.
Mm-hmm.
We had 3 bottles that were quite tall, and they served the purpose, and we liked them, even though mine was a very slow, there's something wrong with the straw, it didn't suck properly. And then I changed it to a little Spider-Man, like a kiddie one, like a kiddie flask, and it was smaller. But increasingly we found when we go somewhere like that, it's easy just to get like a bottle of Coke or Pepsi if you're part of the new generation, which is me, and just to refill it.
Or just a bottle of water.
Yeah. So Bonnie's got a little bottle of apple juice, and she's decorated it with her own sleeve, her own label. It says Bonnie's bottle on it, and it's got a picture of Mickey on it, and a sign pointing to Disney.
And a Mickey Premium.
And a Mickey Premium bar.
I think this might be
Love it.
turning into one of our Rain's top tips, because I've got a really nice frozen water bottle, and it's one of those keep it cool metal ones, but it's heavy and it's tall and it only just fits in a Loungefly, and it weighs a lot before you've even put liquid in it. And so if you're trying to save weight, just buy a small plastic bottle of water and use that for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because, and also then if you lose it, and kids do lose drinks bottles, you've not lost much.
Susie's here.
Hey, Susie.
Hey,
Happy
Sus.
birthday to Dot again, Susie, for
Boom,
yesterday.
jum, boom, jum, boom, jum, boom, jum, boom, 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 boom. Boom, jum, boom, jum, boom, jum, boom, jum, boom, 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 boom. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Is your baby Dot named after one of my favourite Disney characters, and that's Dot off A Bug's Life? I've never asked that before, but she's a really cute character.
Oh, she is a very cute character, isn't
We
she?
like her a lot.
Should we do a bit of news?
Let's do a bit of news.
Oh, that's what we're... Oh, are we finishing early today, by the way?
I think we should finish a little bit early, just because we've got to.
Sorry, guys.
We've got to. We're doing a review of. This one. You won't care if you're not a patron, but
No, but we will make it available.
we will make it available
as well. So
for everybody at some point. We're going to review Wish,
yeah.
and that tends to take a little longer. So we're probably going to cut the show short, maybe 10 minutes or something. Oh, maybe.
See what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Play it by ear.
So,
Go.
the first bit of news has already been kind of teased by somebody in the chat. I can't remember who, because it is You're Not in Wonderland Anymore, Alice. And this refers to...
It was John.
Alice and the Queen of Hearts, Back to Wonderland, which is the new BMX show at the Theatre of the Stars, and it's far more than just a BMX show, but it had its sort of press preview on Saturday night. It opens officially next Saturday to audiences if you happen to be there, but we've now seen all the spoilers and whatnot on the socials, so we're able to talk about it. And the first thing I want to say is that as a general rule, if a show or a musical has more than 4 words in the title, I will get those words in the wrong order.
Yeah.
Such as Standing at the Edge of the Sky and things like that.
Prides of the Rhythm's Land.
Yeah.
High School, the musical, the TV show. Is that what it's called?
The High School, the musical, the TV show, the musical, I don't know.
Yeah.
High School Musical.
It bamboozles me. It utterly bamboozles me.
Bamboosical.
So, anyway, but there's kind of... Let's have a look. Alice and the Queen of Hearts, Back to Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I can remember that because what it is, it sets up a kind of battle between Alice and the Queen of Hearts. And then at the end of the show, the audience decides who's won the battle. So there is a reason
we get to help
behind
them.
that. And then the Back to Wonderland bit, I'm not sure about that.
What?
I'm not, well, just why it's called Back to Wonderland.
So, can you explain something to me? Because I've watched a few little clips of it, and for a BMX stunt show, it's pretty underwhelming, the BMX side of it. They literally go down and then up, and then they stop, and then they go back down again and go back up to the other side and stop, and then come back again into the middle. And
Here's the thing.
It's not a stunt show, is it?
It is a huge performance space, absolutely gigantic performance space, and they've got some trampolines hidden over here, and they've got screens
Some
on the back,
segways and stuff as
and they've
well,
got a
yeah.
stage that comes through, and then they've got a BMX track going on. There's all sorts going on. Now we've watched the Cars show there, and again, huge space. But what you do as an audience member is you turn your head and you look directly at something. But when you're looking at something on a screen, we were looking at the whole stage.
Yeah, I suppose that's
with
true.
10 different things going on, and they're all tiny little, 5mm high figures that we're trying to watch. There was one guy, the bit that I watched, there was one guy in the middle doing the BMX thing where they kind of spin it round under the legs and kind of do hops and stuff. And on its own, that is really impressive. I think what's not translating on YouTube and on Twitter and whatever you're watching it on is the scale of it. And it is absolutely massive. And there's stuff going off everywhere, because while there's BMX going on in the centre, there's trampoline artists going on the sides.
This is what made me laugh, because you're watching it and just in the corner of your eye there's someone just going up and down on a trampoline, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? Wait, can you just stop? What are you doing? Like, if this was real life, there's a lot going on. This thing, I need to contextualise it. I don't know what that is, but if something was really if there was some kind of battle going on, but then just in the corner of your eye someone's just doing a trampoline,
It's got a bit of a circus feel to it, hasn't it?
It's
It
very
does.
circusy. Do you know what? We've said this before. It's very French.
Oh,
my
gosh,
word.
yeah.
But the good thing is, it's not visually to my taste, and I bet the humour isn't either. But it's nice to know you can go to Disneyland in Paris and see something proper French.
Yeah, you would not see this at Disney World or Disneyland.
Oh,
And
that's gotta be
then
a good thing.
again, we've been watching quite a bit of Tokyo content recently, and they do shows that are just so Japanese, and I think that's quite nice. It's very clownish. That's what
It's,
French stuff is.
I want to avoid swearing, but it's bat something crazy is what it is. What
Bat
I've seen of
poop.
it. And the thing about
Guano.
that is that actually fits very well with an Alice in Wonderland thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm interested to see it. It doesn't feel very Disney at all. What I've seen of it. It doesn't feel very.
No.
I mean, maybe a bit like some of the parade stuff they've got in Stars on Parade. They've got bits of similar sort of things going on at times, but it's just weird.
The characters themselves, the Alice in Wonderland element itself is not based on the animated movie, nor is it based on the live action movie. They have just reimagined Alice in Wonderland again, haven't they? With the character design and the costumes and all that kind of thing. I think it'd be a lot of fun. It's a 5,000 seat arena. Now, for different reasons, I've been looking at theatre sizes recently, and if you get a theatre that seats 1,000, it's a massive theatre. It's a Bradford Alhambra kind of thing. And then I'm thinking 5,000. That's so big.
Well,
But
it's like a football stand.
It's
isn't
a
it?
lot of capacity.
I always multiply the theatre we perform at, which is, it used to be 100, so I imagine 100, and then I just times that by 50.
Yeah.
That's loads!
50 of those. It's bonkers. And they'll fill it probably. When we used to go see the Sun Show, it would be certainly 80% full. Maybe the back few bleachers.
Disney parks always need something like that. We'll just suck people in just for.
It sucks them in, but it spits them out. That's the problem with shows. It spits them out all at the same time. And the fact that it's so close to Avengers Campus is a worry.
And it begs a question as well, which John's put in the chat, which is, from seeing the videos, it seems to be quite loud. And when you've got a crowd of 5,000 in there as well, it's going to be loud.
I thought that.
How's that going to be? Because if you think about it, Avengers Campus is a pretty peaceful, kind of nice place, isn't it? It's going to be it's going to bleed, isn't it? How can it not?
Can you see? Is it Tower of Terror you can see in the background? And I'm just thinking that feels too close to be next to this amount of noise.
They've also got, on top of the video stands, they've got pyrotechnics and chalk.
Yeah, chalk. Yeah.
What you call it? Chalk bursts.
Cannons.
Chalk cannons. That's it. And they go.
Bit of wind.
If you imagine you're already at the height of a 3-story house, and then the pyrotechnics are on top of that, you're going to be able to see the pyrotechnics go off from every place, I should imagine. So again, the line of sight. Now, the thing is, this is all conjecture, and like I always say when we do stuff like this, I do trust Disney. We're looking at the problems now, and then when we get there, we'll be like, oh, do you know what? It's not too bad. We can't hear it. Do you know what? They've sorted the guest flow out beautifully.
And it's also what we were talking about the other week, which is that it's I can't remember, what's the name of the theatre again?
Of the Stars.
Theatre. So it's Theatre of the Stars, and the implication there is that it's going to be this forever. That there'll be other things as well. So it's making use of that space that's been there unused for years now, to finally start using it for something again. And maybe it will become Avengers in the future. Maybe it'll tie into what's happening in the London Park bit that's going to be next to it. Who knows? But there'll be changes to it as it goes through.
I'll tell you this
time.
We will definitely see it at least once.
Good.
Yeah.
Probably once.
100%.
And
I
you
bet we
tell me
see
what
it
it's like,
once.
and I might go watch it as well.
Okay. I can't imagine you wouldn't see it.
No, I would go and watch it if we were there.
Even if we said, "Oh, that was terrible," you got to see it, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like we were told, we really like Dexter, and then my boss said, "Oh, don't watch the last 2 series." And we're like, well, "We're obviously going to watch them." Wish we hadn't.
Yeah. It kills vibe.
But you've got to go see it with your own eyes, though, haven't you?
Yeah. Lisa's saying that the different Alice characters' looks might confuse little ones who've met them in the main park. And I do get that. But then at the same time, Disney also have those 2 Helena Bonham Carter films as well of Alice in Wonderland, which look completely different. I think probably it's recognised enough outside of Disney that it can be a little bit different. I don't think it matters too much. I'm looking forward to seeing more from it and understanding more about it, because I find it absolutely fascinating. And I don't know whether that's a positive or a negative yet.
We'll see.
I don't think to this generation, I'm not sure that the original animated 1960s Alice in Wonderland is beloved particularly for this generation. Certainly there's lots of merchandise and everyone recognises the characters and stuff, but it's not like, I don't think there's many kids who are watching that on repeat over and over. You know what I mean? The way there might be Moana and Encanto. And
Would it be nice if they remade it again, but like made it actually like the original one, and not like these new, highly rendered, super rendered.
I am not
lush skies,
an Alice in Wonderland.
Ridiculous costumes.
I'm not an Alice in Wonderland fan. I've told you this. We did the whole podcast thing. I love what Disney have done with it. I do. I love the songs, the character design, but I'm not into pointless absurdity and the fact that at the end of it nothing's happened.
Yet you married me.
The whole thing's like a girl going through a folly that's just a little bit too bizarre, isn't it? Every step she takes, something
bizarre.
Yeah.
More strange happens.
And it's not even particularly that she learns anything through going through it. It's just like, look, madness happens and then you wake up. So, you know, and some people go, yeah, that's the point. And I'm like, well, that's fine. You like it if
That
you
is
want.
refreshing, though.
It
To
is.
watch it now, when there has to be a story arc, there has to be certain beats. It's refreshing just to have, because how long is it? About 70 minutes.
Yeah.
It is very
Something
short.
like that.
It's
And
really
also,
nice
There's
just
more
to, like-
songs than any other Disney film.
there you go. That was going to be my
See, I
next
remember
little,
that one.
yeah, my
Get that
next
into
little
next Christmas
factoid.
Street.
I will. Can we just hold the phone a second, though? Because Luke
Hold the phone.
Jenkins has just popped up in the chat and said, 7 days and counting for our first time at Disney.
Whoa!
What? Do you see, I get really jealous of that. Because even though I love Disney and I love going, you know, over and over and over again, I'm really jealous of people who are going for the first time. That first time you walk down Main Street and then text your mates in the queue at Small World, Chris. You know. Are you ever just blown away by the magic of it all?
I would love to go for the first time again.
Did you see that Dot is named after the character you said?
I saw that, yeah.
Said
I
Susie.
didn't know.
And Bernadette is French for brave bear, another Disney reference. That's her sister.
There you are.
Oh, and Bonnie corrected me. It's High School the Musical, the series. So
Okay.
ding myself for that one.
Ding myself.
So you said that someone popped up in the chat, but it was Luke. But mine wasn't refreshing, so I had to shut it down. So I've missed a few. Voiceover guy, sorry I'm late. Just doing some packing. Voiceover guy. Now this is when it gets serious because I'm a late packer. I've been packing today, and we've got a week to go, and I've done most of it. But it's quite technical this time. I've got certain bits and pieces that I want to take, cameras and things. So I've had to make sure it's all done. So I've just got like some pants and socks to go. Oh, and I picked something up today.
Okay.
Right, and I'll show.
Are we going to have a
Deadly silence.
Shall I show you now?
couple of
Do.
little show and tells?
I just want to say a big thing here,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
John Parker's just said in the chat, there are newly refurbished toilets just outside that theatre.
What?
We love a nice loo. We do love a nice loo. Here
We
at
do.
37 Disney Street, we love a nice loo. I
Yeah.
cannot wait to try them out.
Only a nice one though.
Yeah.
Best losing, very quickly, best losing Disneyland Paris? Anybody?
Toad Hall.
Yeah,
Yes.
Toad Hall.
That's the correct answer. Well
Toad
done.
Hall.
Also, if you want some quite quiet secret ones, the ones near Phantom Manor.
Yes, they're pretty good as well, yeah. I watched a video this week, just on the Alice in Wonderland thing, of someone who'd gone to DLP. They were American, I think, and they said that going into the Queen of Hearts castle was possibly the best view in the entire park.
I think it is.
It is.
Yeah, because you can see the other castle.
Yes.
Exactly.
What mind you, it would be nice to see.
That's like Cal Pilkington's logic of would you rather live
Yeah.
in a hovel looking at a palace or live in a palace looking at a hovel?
Well, that's why they build these things.
Because
in
here
big
at
houses,
37
isn't it? So they can
DS,
go back and look at their houses.
We like the Queen of Hearts castle. It's the bestest one.
It is.
So I'd rather have a view of that. But it is a good view up there.
It is. A good view up
Um,
there.
Yeah, voiceover guy was saying, just bought a DJI Pocket 3 to capture some memories.
Nice.
Might bump into you soon on the trip.
That's
You will.
what I've got.
Drop us a message. And like I say, I like to meet in Cool Spot, the Coca-Cola place. So we'll meet there and we'll have a Beverly.
We will be in Epcot
Beverly.
Drop us a message. Yeah,
Very good.
Beverly.
on Wednesday
I
the
thought-
29th.
What's that?
We'll be in Epcot on Wednesday the 29th.
Mind you, when we met Walt Disney, it took us a few days because we kept almost meeting them and then they were in a different park in the afternoon and it took a while. But, you know, there's time. Yeah, so, right.
Yes, go
I
on.
completed today my Disney Bound. Because I'm not so much for the Disney Bounds at the moment. I'm going to do my Mike Wazowski and maybe a couple of other ones. But I'm mostly just wear themed shirts. But we're all doing a Winnie the Pooh thing. So Lucy has got some piglet ears that she's been making for Bonnie.
I'm going to show. That's what I was crocheting at the beginning.
Yeah, I get what it is now. I wonder.
So that's one. I've literally just finished it on the
Listeners,
show.
imagine a
There you go.
crocheted pig
And I'm
ear.
going to put that on a headband for a little piglet who's just run across the room. They're massive, actually. So that's one piglet ear. That's good on a headband. And then I ordered some pink dungarees shorts off Vinted, and I have painted stripes on them. A la voila.
A la voila.
À la voilà. C'est tout.
And then she
There's
wears
an optical
that-
illusion on those that look like because it's pink with a magenta stripe
Yeah.
and then a purple underline. It makes it look like it's 3D. It's extruding outwards. Do you see what I mean? It's like a little shelf.
Yeah, I thought they were stitched at
Yeah.
first.
So she wears these with a paler pink t-shirt and paler pink leggings, and then her piglet headband. She looks cute as a button.
Ah,
And what are you going as?
I'm good as Winnie the Pooh. I've got one of those really baggy mustard harem suits that's like, strappy down. Harem suit. Look it up. You know what it is. And then I've got a red tie top to go over it and a yellow headband.
And I have got... do you know how hard it is to find a yellow shirt in this day and age?
Pretty hard.
I finally found one on Vinted, and then the seller just didn't send it, so I got an automatic refund. But I finally found one in Asda. But when you're Disney bound and you think, I'm sure I can find that dead easy, £3 in a charity shop. Couldn't find a yellow shirt anywhere. I've had to pay £14. Is it £16? I think it's £14. And for something that I wouldn't normally wear, a yellow short sleeve shirt, that's a lot of money. Anyway, I got a yellow shirt, and I'm going to wear it over it's going to be open over a white t-shirt. Can you see where this is going? And I've got some like dusty pink shorts, and my butt looks great in these.
They're a nice colour. That's a nice colour.
So I'm going to be rabbit. I wish they were slightly pinker, but when you look at certain pictures, he does have this colour on his ears. And then I've got a little carrot pin badge just to set it off.
Nice. Very good.
I'm happy with that.
I like that a lot.
But it's not my usual colour, so I'm going to look very fresh and clean in this. Yeah. So that's what we're doing.
I've also put together an Ursula Disney bound that I'm quite pleased with.
Ooh.
So again, it's a black harem suit with a purple t-shirt underneath it, white headband, and then a shell necklace. We're all having kicks and giggles, and you're going to do your Sebastian with that, are you? Or don't you have red shorts anymore?
I will have to wear these pink shorts.
Okay.
Ruth says, similar for me, voiceover guy. I'm going to DLP for the first time in 28 years. I mean, that's a long time to wait.
That is.
For your first trip. Oh, hang on, I get what you mean.
For the first,
I was pretending like she wasn't going for 28 years.
that was funny.
Nobody got it here.
No, I don't think I got it either.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea how long Storybook is closed for?
Do you have any idea how long Storybook is closed
See,
for?
you're doing what I did. Yeah, it's been more literal.
We don't know. They did say an extended refurbishment. For what they're doing, and the pictures have already showed us, I reckon
Overnight.
it'll probably start to open at the end of this year. That is just a guess.
Yeah. You're
So
looking at me like, do you want to have a guess now, Chris?
It'll have been shut about 9 months, I think, by the time it opens. It's not a refresh. It's a full. They're
the
doing
frozen
building
stuff's
work.
all looks like it's all there now, doesn't it?
I think so.
The North Mountains all up, and the castle and all the ice castle or palace or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, be a while, won't it?
We can't say North Mount with a twinkle in our eye, can we?
Because pretty much every week we talk about it.
Do you know what's weird? I've got a green crochet hook in my hand, and you've no idea because we're on a green screen. So I'm like using an instrument here and waving it around, and it's invisible.
Wow.
I know that's not interesting at all, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying playing with it.
What was the other bit of news?
Right.
Oh yeah.
A sense of
What do we do here
pride.
again?
So, it has been confirmed or reiterated that Disney Pride will take place on June the 29th. Ooh. But there will be no hard ticket event this year, which I am surprised at because that was always a very, very popular.
There was a lot of moaning about it last year, though, wasn't there?
Was the filming in? I can't remember.
They had problems with acts not playing. They took that guy off who was gonna play, and he ended up not playing.
Oh yeah.
And he was really apologetic about it. There was some complaints or moaning about unisex toilets. It was very crowded. I can't remember anything else. They're just things off the top of my head that I remember. But there was a whole thing with an artiste who wasn't allowed to play.
Honestly, I must have completely lost that. I wonder if you were having a bro show week when you talked about that.
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm just not paying
We might
attention.
not have spoken about it in that much detail, though.
No, I think it was just at the time.
I just know that it happened.
In that case, it when Disney have gone, right, if you can't play nice, you're not having good things. Disney have taken away
Possibly
the Pride event.
I guess in the build-up to the Olympics and everything, maybe they're just thinking this is one thing too many at the moment. And also they're starting to throw a lot more things at these annual pass events when they happen and things. Maybe they just need to let one of them slide for a year.
So instead of doing an actual hard ticket event,
Pride slide.
there are going to be events throughout the park on June the 29th. And there's going to be a special pre-parade before the start. What's it called? the Parade of the Stars. It's because we've now got Stars on Parade.
Stars on Parade.
I told you. Give it too many words. I just get them in the wrong order.
I got lost when you said a pre-parade before because I was just of course it is.
Okay,
It's like pin number or DC Comics.
Superlative. So, I've completely lost my thread. So before Stars on Parade, there will be a pre-show, pre-parade.
Right. Pre-parade.
That's all prideful and a little bit gay, I would imagine. Just a guess. And then there's lots and lots and lots of merchandise, and there are going to be other events in the park throughout that day.
Laura merchandise.
So that's all I've got to say about that, because they've not really told us much more details except there's posters.
There you go.
There you go.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I mean, it's not news as such, but some of you have probably seen it, but I'm getting quite excited about the fact that there are actual buildings in Arundel now in World of Frozen. World of Frozen.
And the tangled
we don't know
spinny
the name
thing.
of anything.
The shell of the tangled spinny thing is
The shell
is
of the
there.
tangled spinny thing.
And the front of the restaurant, the restaurant-y thing is all there
dear.
as well. It's starting
Weird.
to take shape and look like there might actually be something there at some point.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I can imagine.
Can you imagine the shape of the park map?
Yeah.
When it all happens.
It's so weird when something opens up. Like at the moment when you walk up to Route 66, what's it called? That
Cars Road Trip.
Cars Road Trip.
Cars Road
66.
Trip. Is it called? Is it still called? What was it called? That they took something out, didn't they?
Les.
No, they added they couldn't decide if it was going to be Cars Road Trip or if it was going to be Route 66.
Oh, so
so in
it's
the
both.
end, they settled on Cars Road Trip : Route 66.
But it's just
That
really-
is very Disneyland Paris.
I just love it when like that bit opened up, that pathway up to there, and you just like it's just weird going left at that shop
Oh, we weren't
at
allowed
Toy
to go here
Story.
before.
Yeah, and I like it when bits open up and you're like, "Whoa, this is different."
Yeah,
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's gonna be so. Is it gonna be vast? In my head, it's gonna be vast. It's probably not gonna be really vast.
It's going to look really big from a distance, and when you get close up, it's not going to be that big at all.
But this isn't like opening a corner up like Cars Road Trip. When that avenue opens, it's going to be a whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
A new fantastic point of view.
No one to tell us no. Luke says, here's a question, guys.
Go,
Guys,
Luke.
what's your advice for using Magic Hour? Breakfast before or after the hour? Brackets, eating at the Cheyenne.
I would do it after. Well, okay, no, hang on. If you're eating at the hotel, I would do it before.
Yeah.
Although the thing is that even getting the earliest sitting, it's buffet, and I still think you're going to be shortchanging yourself and looking at your clock, going, "Come on, we've got to get there for Magic Hours."
We've done that every time we've been, and I would say every time we've been, we've had a good fill of food. Because at a buffet, let's not forget, you can stuff your face in 15 minutes and be done. I know. Yeah, you can go to a buffet and have a nice long, leisurely meal and keep going back. But if your plan is to just get your food and go, then just pack your plate up. Pack your plate up, stuff your face, get out, go and enjoy your Magic Hours.
And there's your advice.
Get a little bit of a stitch
Stuff
on
your
your way
face
through
and
the
get out.
village, and get on with it. That's what I would do anyway. But yeah, I know you guys tend to have your breakfast later anyway, don't you? So
We do, and we don't pay for hotel breakfasts. If we were paying for hotel breakfasts, it might be different because they are glorious. But we tend to be on a budget, and we tend to get a Darth Vader waffle. That seems to be the thing. That's like what we do now, isn't it? So we'll go for early Magic Hours.
I don't have breakfast usually. I only have breakfast when we're on holiday.
same. I'm exactly the same.
So we have breakfast every day, and it's just not something I normally do. It's just so weird.
It reached the point where it's too much.
But I might as well because you two are having breakfast.
So I think, depending on the calendar, but I think you'll start your extra Magic Hour at 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone else starts coming in at 9, but you can still get on some good rides up to about 9:30. And then when the crowds have gone up and everybody's in the park, you think, right, I'll go and have my breakfast now. And that's when we go and have a waffle. But by that point, we've been up for 2 hours, and that's just about Hugh eating time, isn't it? 2 hours after getting up.
Is it?
I think so.
Is this something you've observed?
It is, yeah. When you you have your morning Monday meeting, and then you come down into the kitchen for a little.
Oh no, it's just
Scratch around.
just a cup of water, hot water.
Oh, honestly, you live a life of such deprivation.
That's how I've lost 1.7 stone
There you are.
in preparation of this trip.
Hugh John Parker says, I saw they planted a whole forest of trees just next to Frozen Land and it looks great already. We want more greenery there, don't we? The whole of the studios has this plan. It shows it being luscious.
Yeah.
So hopefully that continues.
Is that just somewhere you can walk around? It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Some picnic benches.
What's it going to be like for the bits of the lake that doesn't have anything for a while? What's that going to look like?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And especially when they eventually start building it as well, it's going to be a bit of an eyesore, and it's going to be a traffic issue because everyone's going to turn the same way, aren't they? I wonder if they might put a couple of... It sounds so wet, but kiosks or something on the other side of the lake just to distribute the crowds a bit.
Maybe, yeah.
Give people a reason to walk around.
Just put a selfie wall there. That's all people want.
Yeah, and once they've announced what these worlds are going to be, which, well, might be soon, you never know. What was Iger saying the other day? Oh, there's lots of other stuff coming. That's what he said, wasn't it?
Oh,
do you know what? Well, yeah, we put loads of money into DLP.
He said take those peepers and keep them proper peeled because there's a lot coming, City.
It did. Which he doesn't often. He did particularly mention Disneyland Paris was it an earnings call? Or was it a shareholders call?
Earnings, I think.
One of those.
Earnings.
An earnings call, and he doesn't usually mention us because we're the poor relation. However, he was on about they've got multiple new rides being built at the moment. They're putting so much money into the park, but the thing is, I used to hang on every word and look for clues. But they've false flagged us so much in the last 5 years, haven't they? That it's just like, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll believe it when I see it. Show me some concept art.
Are they stopping doing that now? It doesn't work out so well when they go, oh, what if we did this? What if we did this? But then they don't do it, and then people complain. So I think they've learned not to do that now. Hopefully.
Have I got time to talk about this, though? Because we were going to do a shorter show today, weren't we?
Got a trip report as well.
We don't have to do the trip report today. I can always do that. I think it'll be. I might have a week off next week because you guys are away, and I'm hella busy. So I think next week might be a week off. Wow, I've just dropped that, haven't I? Sorry, guys.
Boof.
So I'll very briefly going to give you this overview. If you know what D23 is, it's the Disney fan club, but they have a big convention, and it's like Comic-Con. They're known for announcing all the new projects at D23, and everybody gets very riled up in advance of it. And so before the pandemic, I think it was the D23 2019, they announced loads of amazing stuff for Epcot. And not only that, they then opened an exhibition in Epcot showing you all the amazing stuff that was coming. And they've done about a third of it and given up. So that's number one. Number two is last time there was a D23, because they're only every 2 years, they really didn't have anything to announce. But they really tried to stretch out some non-news and said, so we've got some Imagineers doing some blue sky thinking, and they think it would be pretty cool to do this. And afterwards, everyone was like genuinely furious that they'd suckered them in and then announced nothing but pretended to announce something. But in actual fact, that thing that they announced was what might lie beyond Big Thunder Mountain. And they gave no information. They said, we've often wondered that. So some of our Imagineers have been thinking what that might be. But now they've announced that they are doing an expansion behind Big Thunder Mountain. So it's like doubting Mufasa, we should have trusted them because they were announcing something then. But they've had so many disappointing and fake announcements that we've given up.
Speaking of things that they've announced, do you remember D23 last year? Maybe just slightly before that, actually. They announced this whole London Park thing that was going to appear in the studios. Has it even been mentioned since? Is it happening? Are they building it now? Is it part of what's being built at this moment in time?
I think it is, yeah. I think it has been mentioned, yeah. And I think it's literally just a garden. I think it's just an English garden.
But what's happened to it? Like everything else is being talked about. Even the rest. I suppose the restaurants and things are all things. But what about this thing?
I don't know.
I just thought
I got quite excited by it. I thought it seemed like it was going to be a nice little place to go and
without digging up the concept art and having a look now. I'm fairly certain it is still on the concept art, and it's on the left-hand side of the avenue as you go down.
Just down by the side of the theatre, presumably down that pathway where.
Yes.
where the yeah.
So let's hope that's still on the
I
go.
hope so. Yeah.
Go there for a quiet picnic and hear 5,000 people cheering.
But also they announced
And a guy going boing.
that we were
boing.
going to get Star Wars Land here in Paris, and then just stop. They never announced we weren't. They just stopped talking about
There's
it.
this thing where if you announce to everybody that you're planning to do something, you lose the motivation to do it. Especially like, in creative industries, like if I go on Threads and I say Hugh_Rain on Threads, I think it's underscore. If I say, oh guys, I've got a really good idea for a children's book I'm working on, I can't wait to show you all. Well, I've put it out there and you lose the motivation to do it. So I wonder if there's an element of that. It's on a much bigger scale. But like if they put it out there and then they go,
Do you know what that is? You know how talk therapy works, like going to your therapist, is that putting something into sentences, you release it, like you literally release the pressure inside you, but it can work for positive things as well. Is that's why sometimes you should keep those ambitions secret. You can kind of write them down and keep them to yourself, but the minute you send it out to somebody else, it disappears. Interesting.
Guys,
yeah.
will you be making some vlogs of your Walt Disney World trip? They're always fab, says Ruth.
yes,
Hugh will.
holiday videos more than vlogs. But there might be some vloggy aspects to them.
I know that you guys know this, but I did a master's degree last year, and I did it from September 2022 to August 2023, and we went on holiday in May 2022, and I edited like 3 or 4 of my vlogs and then started that godforsaken course, and all my hair fell out, and I've never been so stressed in my whole life, and stopped editing the vlogs. And then I haven't edited the rest of those vlogs. And we've been to Walt Disney World since, and I've got more footage, and I haven't edited those vlogs either. And I'm really beginning to think, is there any point filming more footage? But I genuinely intend to edit the other vlogs.
Are you not better off going with new stuff and
then editing
leaving
it?
the old? Because it's
Perhaps.
I think so.
You would go with that?
Just use the old stuff as B-roll.
I'll certainly
it's footage when
do.
you're doing your
Because we're
little,
staying at 2 new hotels. We're staying at Old Key West and Wilderness Lodge. So I think it's worth doing resort tours of those at least.
Mine will be the usual nonsense, Ruth.
So we'll see.
Guys, I think we might have to wrap up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have business to attend. So Laura will do your trip report at a later date, but we will do
Week
it.
after next, it'll be me and Lucas probably.
I'll even make a note. Just in case
Unless I do a
Christmas
pre-record show next week, which I could do if I get time. We'll see how I go. How's that?
Yeah.
That sounds all right, doesn't it? Good.
Shall I do my spiel?
You can if you like. But, yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us, guys. You've been great. I've been Lucy. These have been the boys. Bye-bye.
See you when we get back.
See you when we get back.
See you all there
Livestream.
away.
Happy
Just
birthday to
abandoning
Lucy
me.
for next week. Oh, poor
Just leaving me again. It's just so unfair. Don't you love me anymore?